The reason why sometimes it seems like our prayers are not answered is because when we pray, we already have a way we believe God can answer that prayer. But then subconsciously, we now limit God because we now think that that is the only way possible for God to answer the prayer that we asked for. Sometimes this can be subconscious, but it's actually us putting a limit on God because in our mind we're like, okay, if it's not the way I think it can happen, then it can't be in any other way. So when God now answers in another way, we now say he hasn't answered because he hasn't answered the way we wanted him to answer. Then we refuse to see how he answered in his way because it doesn't look like the way we wanted it to be answered. And I think it's also how the Pharisees and the Israelites in the time of Jesus, I'm sure they prayed for a Messiah. Obviously, all of them are waiting for a Messiah. But then Jesus came, but he didn't come in the way that they wanted him to be. I'm sure they wanted him to be somebody that will fight for them and kill all their oppressors. But then Jesus came to save them, but not in the way that they thought they needed saving. Jesus came for the world to save the whole world, and in that way stop oppression. But he thought it's through war that he will stop oppression. That's why when Jesus came, they now ended up ending his life because it didn't look like how they had thought God would save them from oppression. But anyway, even if it worked out for all our good at the end of the day, because that was the plan. All I'm just saying is that sometimes we just put so much limit from on God. Then when God now answers our prayer the way it doesn't look like it could have been answered, it's now as if our prayers are not answered. So if you ask for something, just look around. How was it answered? How did God answer it? Because God cares about our requests. It's just maybe we are not paying attention to the way He answered it because it's looking different from the way we thought He can answer it. Make sure you're not putting a limit on His abilities because God is vast, God is big, God can do many things. God is infinite and He's wide. Even that when the trend of those people from the chosen church were sharing their testimonies, I was wondering why it was so funny to everybody because who says God can't do what they claim He did? Who says God can't do exactly as they said in their testimony?